People who know me know that I love existential questions. I'm always asking why and wanting to understand the deeper reasons behind things. So not only do I do that with life's challenges, with ways I'm feeling, I also do that with orgasms. I have a real researcher side to me, and I'm always wondering what elements come into play when I have an orgasm and to make that orgasm a certain way. For example, sometimes I have a total laughgasm. I can burst out laughing as I orgasm. And other days that wouldn't happen at all. It could be a violent orgasm where I'm like frantically clawing and grabbing unconsciously. I don't know that I'm doing this. I'm not trying to do this. Or I could have a crygasm. I burst into tears, and I'm not sad in any way. I'm feeling euphoric. It's just such an incredible, intense release. So for me, the researcher side of me loves to try to figure out why. Now, I also have the other side that knows I can't understand all the whys, and I love knowing that my orgasms are an involuntary action in my body. I can't control why they come out certain ways, but I still want to know why they come out in certain ways. So, being the person I am, I thought I'd do a bit of research on this. So I decided for a month to chart my orgasms. And I'd pay attention and write down different things that happen preceding the orgasm and like elements to my day, how I was feeling. Of course, these could be orgasms that happened alone or not. So how I was feeling, the setting, how the orgasm took place, all those sorts of things, to see if I could pinpoint any reasons for maybe a laughgasm, crygasm, a full body, one that feels like I'm having a spiritual experience, and then those ones that are like, well, that was good, but it was more like just scratching an itch. Like, I always feel a little jaded on those. They're reserved for, or I wish I could reserve them more for like the moments where you just need to get through the day. Anyways, so I decided to chart this and see what I could come up with. Of course, you can't quantify this research or anything, but it was for my purposes and for my work with women. So I began charting, and I have to admit I got fed up with the process before a month was over. As a researcher, you need to, do things several times to find out some results. So the actual study itself was really fun, but the writing out it, not so much. So anyways, I quit before the month was over. But the one thing that came out from all my research was that the times where I felt the most beautiful, I had the most powerful, life-changing, and overwhelming orgasms. Sometimes they were laughing ones, like I said. Sometimes they just radiated through my whole entire body, from my fingertips to my finger toes to the top of my head. But at those times, whether alone or not, I had done rituals and practices to feel beautiful. Now, for me, that could mean a bath, rubbing my body in coconut oil, turning on my salt rock lamp, and basically setting a date with myself. For other people, that might be something else, but that's pretty much what mine is. It's just ways that encourage me to feel beautiful. And I know listening, you might think, but I don't feel beautiful. But I challenge you with that, because even if you don't feel beautiful, there's always going to be things that make you feel more beautiful than you regularly feel. So like I said, for me, self-care, just enjoying a soak in the bath, coconut oil. I love coconut oil all over my body. And of course, touch, lots of touch. If it's a quickie session, I'm not going to feel beautiful. there's nothing wrong with a quickie session, but it's not going to give me that same sense of self-love as a longer, drawn-out session would, where I've gone through stages of relaxation and build up and release while feeling beautiful. So the reason I'm sharing this story today was because Valentine's coming up, and we're inundated with messages about expressing our love to other people, showing how we feel, and I think this is all wonderful. I think it's wonderful to do on any day of the year. But I also challenge you to be your own Valentines this year, to set a date with yourself at some point, whether you have a partner, whether you don't, whether you're in a complicated or difficult time in a relationship with your partner, whatever your situation, make the intention to set some time with yourself. And in doing so, do whatever you can that helps you to feel beautiful. Maybe it's putting on a red dress. Maybe it's putting on, I don't know, heels and fishnet tights. Maybe it's sweats and no makeup. Whatever it is, do what makes you feel beautiful and give yourself an hour of your time for self-pleasure and self-love. And see what comes out of it. Feel free to email me your responses. I love hearing people's stories. But really, take the time and intention to enjoy yourself this Valentine's. And I hope it works well for you.